Welcome to this short podcast created to spread solidarity with the fisher people who have filed a case against a corporate giant responsible for the flooding of their homes, lands, and livelihoods. This fight echoes the struggle of small-scale fishers across the world, like those in Mundra, India, who successfully challenged the World Bank and questioned its so-called immunity after the destruction it has caused to their lives and to the coast. But this time, the fishers are demanding accountability from those driving climate change, particularly the rising sea level that threaten their very existence, their coast, their livelihoods, and their homelands rich in biodiversity. The fight is coming from the Pari Islands in Indonesia. Indonesia consists of nearly 17,000 islands scattered across the ocean, and among them, just near the capital Jakarta, lies a small land, Pari Island. Here, a community standing on the front lines of rising seas has decided to fight back. They are taking on a corporation they believe is responsible for their destruction. Pari Island today has become a symbol of resistance and the fight for the climate justice at a time when states, companies, and even the mainland are failing them. Pari Island is sinking, just 4 kilometers long, a few hundred meters wide, with its highest point only 3 meters above sea level. Already, 11% of island surface has been swallowed by the sea. Rising sea waters have destroyed homes, boats, local businesses, and roads. By 2050, much of this island may be gone under the water, displacing most of its residents. Tidal floods have become more intense, destroying houses and livelihoods. Saltwater intrusion has contaminated drinking water wells, making them unusable. Mangroves, coral reefs, and seagrass are all eroded. And this, while Pari people contributed almost nothing to climate change. Faced with the threat of survival itself, the fisher people of Pari has taken their fight to the court. 4 citizens, Asmania, Arif, Eddie, and Bobby, have filed a landmark case in Switzerland. They are demanding proportional compensation, rapid emission cuts of at least 43% by 2030, and contributions to adaptation efforts. According to the Climate Accountability Institute, 70% of all historical carbon dioxide emissions can be traced to just 108 companies. These corporations bear enormous responsibility for the crisis we face. At the heart of this case is Holcim, Switzerland's cement giant. Holcim is among the world's top 50 corporate emitters. Between 1950 and 2021 alone, it released more than 7 billion tons of carbon dioxide, that is twice the emissions of Switzerland in the same period. The IPCC has warned us to keep global warming below 1.5 degrees centigrade and have urged urgent cuts in emissions as it is needed. Holcim's historical responsibility is clear. It must be held accountable and it must reduce emissions now. For us in the global south, this struggle feels very close. In Kerala, India, frequent sea surges and alarming coastal erosion are displacing thousands year after year. Over 55% of Kerala's coastline is vulnerable, and across India, more than a third of its coastline faces erosion. It is the time that the coastal communities stand together. The case filed by the 4 fisher people of Pari Island represents not only their fight, but ours too. We demand accountability from corporations and states that have profited from emissions while leaving vulnerable communities to pay the price. Friends of Earth India and Internationalist Solidarity System stand firmly with the fisher people of Pari in challenging corporate impunity. We invite you to join this movement. Show your support by signing the Solidarity Scrapbook, holding the Pari Island struggle mural posters up in your village and in your community. Let the people of Pari know they are not alone in this fight for justice.